this whole journey started, looking back on it, it was something that I wanted to do, but it was something that I wanted to do for the wrong reasons. And I lost that why. I lost that passion and drive behind why I've been doing what I've been doing. Everything for me is about self-enjoyment, fulfillment, and inner peace, and all of that translating to making a positive impact on people. And I've said I've wanted to impact on as big a scale, as deeply as possible. And for me, you know, I climbed up that tree of fitness and philosophy and self-love, and I thought competing and showcasing that was a realm that I wanted to be the best at. And for me, that's not my branch. It was just a branch that the fruit on the end of it looked really shiny. And I got there and realized that this fruit is kind of plastic for me and tastes bad, and because it's display fruit. So we're back to the trunk and finding the substance and finding love again in all my facets of life. And I'm a very, very goal-oriented person, and right now it's figuring out what those next steps are, and taking care of the little things and making sure, like, eating right and taking care of my body and my well-being, and that translating to my coursework and everything else is something that needs to be exemplary. And it stings a little because, you know, there's people asking me why I'm not there and why I'm not on stage and why I'm not doing this and not doing that. At the end of the day, like, you don't have to explain your inner peace to anybody. And it wasn't a lack of commitment, it wasn't a lack of effort, it was a lack of, this isn't me. And that takes a lot of self-awareness to be able to admit. And then a day-by-day process, it gets a little bit better. But it's still the right decision. It's still me. So, you know, this is a time to regroup and fall back in love again with going in there and bettering myself and hammering away at my self-interest and my personal mind-body connection. And that's what it's all about in the first place, is just growth for the self and how that spills over to the other facets of your life. And taking that time for me again and it not being a chore has been a really, really enjoyable step. Trusting that process, getting that weight back up again and building that muscle back that I've lost and that mental health back that I've lost is a big thing. But, you know, it'll get there. It's something that at 20 you're allowed to admit that you don't have it all figured out. As Americans, we constantly are asked questions that we shouldn't have the answer to. At our age or whatever, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to do? What do you do this, do that? And it's like, just slow down and figure out who you are first, and then let that spill over to what you want to do. We have this preconceived notion where you just try and grow up too fast because it's what we're sold and we never question it. And we fill in gaps based on others' experiences and what we're sold in the media, and we lack our personal life experiences to actually fill those gaps. At the end of the day, you're going to wake up and realize one day that they're just that. They're gaps, because they're still there. For me, it's trying to fill those. It's getting a fulfilling life. Actually taking those words to heart and thinking deeper on things. Loving those around me and loving the moment that I'm in. This is beautiful. This is serenity. This is a little bit of peace amongst the storm. So, it's okay to admit you don't have it figured out. It's okay to admit that you're not in a good spot. It's okay to admit that you're a work in progress, but I'll be damned if I don't get back to the top.